To get started, you want to take your cords and attach them to your button, and you want to pull them out equally at both sides. And once you've done that, you can take your button and attach it to the top of your board. So once you've attached your cords to the board, you want to arrange them in the order that you want. So on the outside, you want two of your longest cords, and you want a different colour at each side. And then next to that, you want your any colour cord, which for me has been the same as that one, but it could be anything here. And these are your shortest cords. And then for these two colours, you want a longer cord here and a longer cord here, and this colour should match here and this colour should match here. So for your first row, you want to take your first 4 cords and then leave your other 2 cords out of the way, and then you want to take the 2 cords that are in the centre of the section that you've decided to work with. You can start at either side, and then you want to do a square knot with these cords over these ones. So then you can unclip these from the bottom of the board, and then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So you're taking the 4 cords from this side this time. So you want to take the 2 cords that will be now in your centre and clip these to the bottom of the board, and then you want to do a square knot over these 2 cords. So for your third row, you want to repeat what you did for your first row. So you want to take your 2 cords of this side out of the way, and then you're going to be working over these 4 cords. So you want to take your 2 cords that are now in the centre again and clip them to the bottom of the board, and then just do another square knot. And then for your 4th row, you want to copy what you did for your 2nd row. So you want to take your 4 cords from this side and leave these 2 free. Clip these to the bottom of the board, and again do a square knot. And you want to repeat these steps all the way down until you've got the bracelet as long as you want it to be, just each time switching which 4 cords you're working with and then leaving the other 2 free. So once you've got the bracelet as long as you want it, you can make your fastening for your button. But just before you do, I'm going to make an adjustment here just because there's a slight uneven edge here because you've done a square knot there and not use these cords. So I'm going to take this cord here out of the 2 I haven't worked, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go over and pull through and under and pull through, and this just evens up those edges. You don't have to do this, but if you're particular about it, you can do it to even things out. So once you've done that, you want to split your cords into 2 sections and put one section out of the way, and then keep the outside cord free and clip the rest to the bottom of your board. And then you want to take the outside cord and go over and pull through, and then under and pull through. And you want to do as many knots here as you need to fit your button through. So how many knots you need will depend on the size of your button, so it's a good idea to check as you go along. And you want to do the same thing at this side. So once you've done both sides, you can take all the cords in the centre and leaving your outside cords free. Just clip these to the bottom of the board, and then you have to do a couple of square knots just to fasten your buttonhole together. So once you're happy you've got everything as tight as you want, you can remove the bracelet from the board. You want to trim and seal your excess. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal here, but you could use glue if you prefer. And when you're finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. And that is your completed macrame bracelet.